en cascade avec Feu Marty. Émission pas rater. Chaque vendredi, 5h ou 7h sur Radio Paula, Radio Télé Impact. Ensemble, on fait louange pour Seigneur. Louange, ouvert porte. Louange, pété chaîne. Louange, ou les rouges. Que tout ce qui respire loue
God bless you guys. We are
3D Worship.
And we are so excited to be a part of Radio Tele Impact.
Yes.
If you want to join Radio Tele Impact, you can download the app. It is right here. We cannot wait to connect with everybody on this app. It is going to be a great opportunity, and we are excited about it.
Vivat ça passé. Donc de Melbourne. Comment nous y est? Bonjour, bonsoir le monde. Encore une fois, c'est émission Perspective qui entre la caille nous pour assurer comme d'habitude. Et malheureusement, je dis à la c'est dernière émission pour moi en novembre, Donny. Bon, nous va regretter moi en novembre parce que ça permet que le 1er janvier arrive bien. Donny, comment est?
Mon cher est en forme et c'est toujours un plaisir avec nous pour nous venir des micros. Chaque dimanche soir à partir de 8h pour 10h. Donc c'est avec plaisir, grand plaisir, nous venons là pour nous passer 2 bonnes heures avec auditeurs, auditrices. Donc encore une fois, et nous portons bel programme pour eux. Nous avons visiteurs en chair et en os. Et contrairement à la dernière semaine au studio. Donc c'est avec plaisir, nous allons apprendre ensemble, nous allons dialoguer avec les visiteurs, sans visiteurs locaux. Donc encore une fois, et comme nous toujours dit, prends plume, nous prends cahier, nous prends chaise bas nous et nous allons apprendre ensemble.
Exactement, donc et nous allons entrer d'emblée dans l'émission parce que nous déjà environ 10 minutes de retard. Nous excusons auprès de grand public là, nous connaissons à comprendre ça parce que yo remen nous remen au début il y a l'amour, il y a compréhension. Pas vrai Sarah Jane Félix. Mais faut saluer bande émission les Sarah Jane Félix, les Nelly, les Beverly Nights, nous saluer tout le monde qui branche un peu partout à travers le monde, que ce soit en Amérique du Sud, que ce soit dans les Antilles en Europe, donc tout le monde ça on salue. Et puis Donny me connaît que ou bien amis local ou on petit love quand même.
Oui, absolument. Donc c'est vraiment un plaisir pour nous de participer hier soir dans un grand concert un grand concert de Will Fond pour frère Sono, New York t'es victime à Bahamas. Donc c'est un plaisir pour nous saluer, pour nous voir pile amis, nous saluer la sœur Edline Jean. Et qui te met de concert ça nous et en fait ouais exactement artiste sérieux donc qui était vraiment prend le soin pour te préparer un programme qui était assez intéressant donc nous saluons tout le monde ça église pasteur Jean-Marie a dirigé et donc nous saluons l'église Sacré recevoir programme ça c'était vraiment bonne cause donc nous saluons tout le monde qui a participé au programme nous pas oublier les amis Chekina nous. Donc son série de mon grand fanatique Perspective et Télé Radio Impact aussi et aussi que Hab, nous saluons tous les amis Habio et Board Hablan et Grand Droit Idriss Junior, Super Branché, Perspective, Maryse. Donc nous saluons, nous connaissons monsieur Damio Abla, travail d'arrache-pied pour le programme 1er janvier, que nous avons pour nous parler un peu de ça. Donc tous les amis Pombe, nous, les amis locaux, nous saluons nous et donc nous souhaitons déjà et bonne écoute.
Très bien. Donc, comme d'habitude, nous avons un petit proverbe là dans l'émission en soir. Et mis à part de proverbe là, nous avons les conseils salutaires avec Donny Félix. Ensuite, nous avons un coup d'œil sur l'histoire. Et puis après, nous avons un invité que nous allons parler en pile là sur question leadership. C'est monsieur Terry Spen. Donc, les invités à notre studio, donc, nous avons faire présentation. Mes amis, c'est anglais pour parler, donc, nous avons fait un effort pour faire une translation pour nous. Mais, donc, Terry Spen, nous déjà dit, thank you. Donc, tout à l'heure, comme ça, nous allons dans le studio, donc, c'est un grand plaisir. Terry va aller créole, lui. Il se fait créole, ouais. Donc, encore une fois, salutations à tous nos amis qui branchent. Donc, nous allons passer 2 heures de temps ensemble là. Et nous avons juste rappelé que, très malheureusement, chroniqueur sportif Max Steve Madiou, encore une fois empêché. Donc, l'IPAP Caravane a souhaité là pour petit rubrique sportif là. Mais donc, Donny Félix a comblé ça parce que le message sérieux pour le public. On connaît le sport, la politique. C'est quelque chose qui plus ou moins en bonne marche. Donc, nous là. Donc, et très certainement, nous avons rapidement commencé avec proverbe nous gagner pour asseoir. Donny proverbe nous gagne pour asseoir. Donc, c'est un proverbe qui en fait que moun yo remen dit des fois, mais c'est un proverbe qui gagne une belle petite leçon morale qui dégage là-dedans. Proverbe nous pour asseoir, c'est raï chien dit dans blanc.
Dit dans blanc, voilà.
Raï chien dit dans blanc. C'est pas parce qu'on pas aimer chien pour voir la qualité ça que chien gagne la qualité que dans chien blanc. Et en fait, dans la réalité sociale là, dans la réalité dans la vie, OK? On pas obligé bien avec un monde. On pas obligé d'avoir une bonne relation avec un monde pour en fait comprendre et accepter qualité monde ça gagne la qualité.
Exactement.
Et des fois, même un monde qui considère comme l'ennemi, donc c'est pas parce que nous pas gain échange pour pas reconnaître, nous capable de dire encore une fois les qualités, les bonnes valeurs qui gagnent la caille. Et au même aller plus loin des fois, on dit par rapport à adversaire, quand on apprend le sport, le football, le basket, tout ça, des fois il faut aller chercher qu'on ait un point fort adversaire pour mieux gérer si son plan de jeu, etc. Donc ça veut dire en dépit de tout ça capable de gagner, peut-être contre un monde, contre une institution, contre un système en soi, mais en fait, c'est reconnaître et être capable de dire les valeurs intrinsèques de monde ça, reconnaître la qualité qu'il a caillé, reconnaître force qu'il a caillé ou du moins reconnaître l'importance de l'institution ça a gagné dans la vie société, même si ou gagner, être capable de dire et des griefs contre l'institution ça ou contre monde ça. Donc encore une fois, son proverbe qui apprend nous à apprécier l'autre là, apprendre à valoriser l'autre là parce que être humain son être qui social, nous pas qu'à exister sans l'autre yo, quel que soit le rapport que nous gagnons avec yo, que ce soit des rapports harmonieux ou conflictuels.
Absolument, relation interrelatée parce que y a nos besoins de l'autre dans tout aspect et même dans plusieurs autres aspects et comme la politique par exemple. Donc l'important à ce que même opposant là et adversaire qui en face ou reconnaître point faible comme on dit, mais les bon tout n'est pas nécessairement mauvais, on signe de faiblesse, leur complimenter et ou nécessairement complimenter et adversaire là. Donc reconnaître point fort adversaire là l'important sinon rappeler nous et Obama contre défunt John McCain. Donc le Obama n'a été campé dans town hall, il était dit le Obama terroriste, il était le Obama que Obama pas américain, Obama sont arabes et puis John McCain était premier micro dit mais non, monsieur sont bons américains. Sauf que nous avons une différence nous, sauf que je crois que nous avons un plus bon président que monsieur. Donc dans ce sens, les honorer Obama, comme si valeurs qu'on a donné de valeurs de base comme un bon américain, comme un patriote. Mais pourtant il croit que le cas font plus bon et président. Donc l'extrêmement important, Raïchien dit dans le blanc, oui certainement monsieur sont des différences tangibles dans l'idéologie et idéologie politique, mais il était reconnaître, prendre le temps pour le reconnaître et citoyen comme un bon citoyen.
Exactement.
Donc absolument ça fait sens, Mais extrêmement important, il n'est pas nécessairement un signe de faiblesse. Souvent mon yo craint de faire ça, donc comment on paraître devant fanatique moi yo ou du moins sur monde qui paraît même. Donc l'important au contraire, ça faut pas être plus fort. Ça a son position plus humble et plus disons qui plus humble et que l'or définitivement reconnaître et adversaire là point fort adversaire.
Très bien. Donc déjà qu'on est devenu dans le proverbe ça on mettre le chita. Et sans plus tarder, on a passé rapidement dans la deuxième rubrique nous voir qui c'est rubrique conseil salutaire là. Et donner ou gagner quoi bah mon conseil là.
Donc oui absolument, donc il n'est pas différent et nous pensons que l'important dans même sourité dans même ligne que nous avons commencé ça a environ quelques mois Avelino pour nous parler un peu continuer à parler en fait de différentes précautions que nous a supposé faire et considérant que période Noël c'est la période de fête en pile nous y'en a qui généralement pas arrivé c'est que rejoindre activités frauduleuses souvent et augmenter beaucoup plus à tous les niveaux. Donc nous allons considérer environ 2 à 3 points que nous pouvons parler de eux. Donc c'est toujours une question de activités frauduleuses, comment ils peuvent être sous plusieurs formes, ils peuvent être sous toutes formes. Et nous allons parler de ça et scamming. Scamming, alors son mot anglais. Ça qui ça scamming veut dire souvent l'on a dans un restaurant par exemple, bon qui mange dehors en pile et souvent avec question crédit card qu'on y a cashless. En majorité, ma grande partie dans nous pas kembe cash sur nous, c'est utiliser debit card ou crédit card. Donc, yon n'a pas remarqué c'est que et moun yo souvent qu'on prend carte et puis on vire avec. Donc, le plus souvent c'est difficile vraiment pour nous déterminer nous était quoi dans institution yo et crédibilité institution yo, mais c'est pas tout nécessairement tout employé qui crédible. Vous comprenez? On employé on institution qui a des training en place, mais et apprendre au monde et éthique. Vous comprenez, apprendre ça, ce sont des choses qui s'apprend pas. Donc, ce soit l'en haut ou pas en haut, vous comprenez. Donc, ou par contre, qui ça vraiment, on va faire à information. Et l'important, c'est que c'est rester, stay on top of your information. Toujours faire sûr que nous checker bank statement, nous checker credit card statement, parce que dans une situation comme ça, si information nous alors yo prend information nous, là extrêmement difficile pour nous déterminer ça et rapidement.
Gardons stress monsieur. Moi là c'est dans ATM n'a fait cash.
Non mais exactement, c'est justement nous recommander c'est pour nous par exemple dans pile institution ça au restaurant surtout qu'on y a côté que et même des autres institutions qui viennent avec soit qu'on tablette automatiquement devant yo longer tablette là pour passer information devant côté que pas déplacer. Par exemple dans cas cité Chili's par exemple c'est un restaurant qui a un système ça sous table même gonti device côté que automatiquement et payer par exemple table facture là justement donc faites très attention exact la difficile pour déterminer le rivet mais sauf que il y a moyen fait sûr que nous toujours été vigilants checker information aussi et aussi et fréquemment que possible. Donc et deuxième ça n'a parlé en Velino c'est on bagaille qui pas trop courant mais ça arrivé. Par exemple c'est question changement d'adresse. Changement d'adresse Velino m'kon adresse.
Oui.
Il ne fait que rien allant post office là. Changer adresse Velino rediriger comment c'est quoi le mot? Comme si rediriger adresse là. Aussi simple que ça. Non, pas nécessairement. Au café, côté que au café, ou sans que nécessairement pas obligé et pour montrer on signe. Donc au café en ligne tout. Donc maintenant monde ça va recevoir toute information. Donc, vous pouvez imaginer combien de problèmes ça a créé. Donc, maintenant, on montre totalement que on connaît à recevoir toutes en pile là, donc c'est des informations privées. Donc, qui moyen gain pour détecter ça, c'est aussitôt que sous et naturellement, on pas recevoir alors mail aussi courant que possible que d'habitude. Donc là, c'est l'important pour aller chercher qu'on est ça qui passe.
Mais donner l'opéra, c'est voir, mais là, et puis bon, c'est Bill qui va venir.
Non, mais à part de Bill, pas oublier que, à part, oui, certainement, Bill n'a pas venu, ça veut dire pas Bill. Bill là toujours. Donc, au contraire, on a besoin de venir pour faire face à elle. Pour faire face à elle. Nous pas le faire comme autruche là, que tu as le fou et tête dans le sable là, pensant qu'on va le faire que pas, ouais, voilà. Donc, justement, c'est question autruche là. Donc, il est extrêmement important. Donc, c'est des bagages, mes amis, il est très, très, très important pour nous porter attention avec. Nous avons signalé un dernier point, c'est ça que les farming. Farming, par exemple, nous-mêmes qui parlons l'Internet souvent, qu'on reçoit des emails et que nous pas connaissons. Donc, email, ça, nous connaissons, nous pas reconnaître rien de lui. Pas l'ouvrir email parce que
pas paquet email qui pas un corps qui pas un body
voilà non juste dire les automatiquement parce que y en a pas qui arrive des sites dit où qu'on habitué à aller côté quoi l'ouvrir il y a rediriger site ça crée les farming ou farm côté que yo leur penser que son site habituel ou utiliser information ou bien ou le bagage et puis sont l'autre site totalement qui semblait site au bralé et puis toute information à partir de là capturer information. Donc très très important mes amis, type d'email ça que nous pas connaît du tout, si nous pas gagner avec par curiosité pas à l'ouvrir email que nous pas connaît.
Mon ami que c'est un certificat mariage dans mail l'autre jour là c'est pas marié.
Donc justement, le cas divorce tout. Donc c'est pas qui vous créer problème. Et imaginons on va divorce. Donc ouais, il y a gros problème. Donc justement, mes amis, c'est extrêmement important. L'essentiel, ça qui est important dans toute base, nous toutes cas victimes. OK, nous toutes cas victimes. Mais l'essentiel c'est j'en réagir. C'est réagir automatique. C'est rester vigilant sur mail que nous recevoir, soit courrier électronique et nous recevoir et puis checker ça qui est important, checker et bank statement nous, checker credit card statement nous aussi souvent que possible. Donc pour ne pas en victime. Donc, Velino, à bon entendeur.
À bon entendeur, salut.
Salut, justement. Donc, c'est ça qui est important. L'important pour nous rester très vigilants. Et puis, quelque chose ça arrive, même si, n'a toujours ça qui arrive que nos victimes, mais c'est déjà nous réagir. D'accord. Donc, bon, c'était en fait un petit point sur nous devons parler de à soir. Et puis, donc, à dimanche prochain, pour l'autre rubrique et conseil salutaire de même.
Dimanche prochain, l'autre rubrique, l'autre mois.
Oui, exactement, nouveau mois. Oui, c'est le dernier show pour le mois de novembre. Non? Donc, mois de décembre déjà, là, Vélino. Mois de décembre déjà.
Le travail vous fait.
Justement, pile travail.
Nous va regretter tout. Donc, donnez merci en pile pour conseil sanitaire. Parce que nous avons un pile feedback. Des gens qui disent, mais rubrique ça dans l'émission. Parce qu'en fait, il y a un pile d'informations que peut-être nous ne pas rendre compte de ça qui peut protéger par rapport à l'ensemble de bagages.
Absolument, nous n'avons pas prendre ensemble parce que en fait, m'a découvert des nouvelles informations et à chaque fois pour me préparer pour show, nous apprenons tout.
Soit on peut venir causer on tire tellement venir que va vous parler. Ça Jen Félix. Donc sur Fink Branché ou sur émission Perspective, émission qui passe sur Radio Télé Impact chaque dimanche. Sorti 8h pour arriver 10h du soir. Pas oublier Radio Télé Impact. Nous sommes jeunes radio. Et c'est même ça là, nous plus ça fait télé que radio parce que soit aller sur Roku qu'on y a là ou taper Radio Télé Impact ou regarder directement. Sous télécharger l'application Radio Télé Impact là sous téléphone ou capable regarder et tendre et soit aller sur YouTube ou aller sur Facebook ou capable brancher directement Radio Télé Impact. Okay. Mis à part de perspective, nous avons un pilote show qui est très intéressant tel que nous avons Fight for Your Family qui passe chaque 4 heures, chaque dimanche aussi 4h pour 6h avec les deux directeurs. Et puis nous avons émission L'Essentiel avec Emma et Velino qui passe les mardis. Nous avons 3D Worship qui passe les vendredis. Nous avons l'autre émission qui a téléchargé là qui c'est Impact Night côté moun yo va faire thérapie avec moun qui a un petit problème de couple, yo relé des petits problèmes ou là et puis grand pile moun qui là qui va aider.
Le problème là moi en général,
c'est pas seulement de manière générale, vous comprenez?
Mais en fait nous avons expert qui a présenté comme ça, des experts. Experts en la matière.
Yo gen ti bail dans tête.
Oh, yo gen ti bail dans main yo.
Et puis gonti impact night, impact weekend tout KBC, ouais comment on mettait plaisir pour moun yo là pour nous kembe moun yo avec des émissions socio-éducatives qui est extrêmement important Donny Félix. Faut nous remercier, encourager et directeur PDG Radio Télé Impact parce que Donny a fait un gros travail.
Bah sérieux.
Ça a été content, ça a été depuis Radio Télé Impact ouvert seul le bâti moun la kay tandi. Ça a été kembe là-bas là qui va faire un gros travail avec ti moun yo. Donc nous allons passer très rapidement dans rubrique nous qui c'est coup d'œil sur l'histoire. Donc, rubrique ça, son rubrique nous toujours porté pour nous capable faire plaisir à un ensemble de monde qui remet l'histoire haïtienne, hein, qui gagne des dates peut-être que yo pas connaît ou bien des dates que yo t'es oublié, nous essayer bah un petit reminder avec l'histoire là. Donc, généralement, nous toujours aimer saluer Papi Dédé, Mami Kéké, Flo La Bonté, sous petit rubrique ça qui gagne coup d'œil sur l'histoire. Nous profiter saluer aussi Boss Sergo avec Yvener dans Untouchable Barbershop. Donc, des pourtant de ces coups d'œil sur l'histoire qui a monté là, il y a une dalle de musique à chercher, mais fois ça, mon petit love va pas. En tout cas, nous allons laguer avec coup d'œil sur l'histoire. Jeudi, c'est 24 novembre 2019. Oui, il y a mon petit septembre là, qui te roule doucement. Jeudi, c'est 24 novembre 2019. Eh bien, il y a 24 novembre 1960, il y a un événement qui est passé dans l'histoire d'Haïti. Donc, le 24 novembre 1960, Donny laisse annonce sous régime François Duvalier, qui était en pouvoir le 22 septembre, dans l'élection 22 septembre 1957. Eh bien, ça qui va arriver, on connaît toujours un accord depuis qu'on contacte ici président Geoffroy et l'église catholique là. Donc toujours un bon rapport entre l'église catholique et l'État dans le pays. Eh bien, il semblerait que le moment de divorce là va arriver. Parce que ça qui passé le 24 novembre 1960, il y a un monseigneur qui est monseigneur François Poirier. Eh bien, Papa Doc fait arrêter et puis exiler monseigneur le 24 novembre 1960. Et ça, c'était la première arrestation que tu as faite, mais ça t'a le suivre avec un paquet d'autres arrestations et exil d'un ensemble de replacés dans l'église. Et bien, raison très simple, c'est parce qu'à l'époque, vers le 1960, tu as une théologie de la libération qui t'a et prend en vogue en Amérique latine. Donc, si on théologie côté l'église là, tu as essayé accentuer sous essayer conscientiser fidèles, conscientiser pauvres, puis capable d'engager dans le changement et sociopolitique. Eh bien, face à nouvelle idéologie ça que tu prend Pierre, t'as pas donc dit pas un comme ça ici là, pas comme ça. Donc, le 24 novembre 1960, ils ont arrêté et monseigneur François Poirier et yo exilé lui. Et monseigneur a fait un pile temps en exil, donc mais finalement le 16 août 1966 monseigneur a finalement remettre démission juste pour te permettre à ce que l'église était capable de nommer l'autre monseigneur. À l'époque c'était un monseigneur que en pile monde connaît, c'était monseigneur François Ligondé qui était succédé à monseigneur François Poirier.
Monsieur Ligondé, c'était monseigneur et pouvoir même.
Bon, pourquoi ne pas aller faire les samba qu'on baille? Pourquoi pas plus de détails?
Bon qu'on fait non, bah c'est.
Ça fait 18 ans.
So mettre grand droit qui bombaille.
Deuxième date n'a pas sur son date qui est un peu triste, mais son date qui était non seulement qui triste, mais il était poté fruit par rapport à ça qui est passé. Eh bien, le 27 au 28 novembre 1985, là, nous en plein mouvement contre Jean-Claude Duvalier. Manifestation en fait, bon, on est fait, non? Manifestation en fait à droite, à gauche, tout côté dans le pays, on a commencé à dire que il n'est pas capable encore. Pas oublier Pape Jean-Paul II qui est en Vigny, etc.
Monsieur
Beauterre, tout ça. Eh bien, gagné 2 journées de grandes manifestations qui fêtent dans la cité indépendance dans Gonaïve. 27-28 novembre. Mais ça qui va arriver le 28 novembre, c'est que face à la manifestation que tu as faite là, tu as un militaire qui t'a servi pour voir en place là, et bien, jour ça, ils font un crime crapuleux, un crime odieux. Ils ont tué 3 jeunes étudiants dans Gonaïve le 28 novembre 1985.
C'est Raboto.
Et
Non, c'est pas. C'est des Raboto.
ça qui va le passer, c'est que gagné Jean-Robert Sius, qui a 19 ans, c'est un élève qui était dans Réto, dans le collège Immaculée Conception, qui était mort en babal militaire. Ensuite, gagné Mackinson Michel, un élève 6e, qui était dans le collège des Gonaïves, qui était mort en babal militaire. Et finalement, tu as Daniel Israël, qui était dans le collège Jean-Jacques Dessalines, qui était mort jour ça. Donc, le 28 novembre 1985, pouvoir militaire, ils ont tué 3 jeunes, même dit étudiants, 3 jeunes écoliers, parce que vous comptez dans l'université. Mais il y a un peu de monde qui fait comprendre que la mort jeune écolier, ça a pousser le mouvement et permettre à ce que Jean-Claude Duvalier d'avoir tomber quelques mois plus tard, soit le 7 février 1986. Donc, pour assurer qu'il y ait 2 dates, nous avons voté pour auditeurs, auditrices, internautes, téléspectateurs, téléspectatrices et perspectives. Je salue Kelly Nek Gonaïve qui est content parce que le dit Nek Gonaïve c'est symbole de résistance. Vous comprenez? Kelly nous met fait jouer pas problème avant. Donc, tout d'abord, c'était le 24 novembre 1960. Côté François Duvalier, a arrêté Monseigneur François Poirier et volé lui en exil parce que le régime n'a pas d'accord à faire une tentative et conscientiser le monde pour prendre un engagement. Non, pas comme ça, vous voyez Monseigneur aller. Et puis, le 28 novembre 1985, face à un vague mouvement de protestation contre Jean-Claude Duvalier, eh bien, militaires ont été tués, 3 jeunes étudiants, et l'amour ça t'a pigmenté, et puis mettait plus gasoline sur le feu, et ça a été abouti à départ Jean-Claude Duvalier le 7 février 1986. Bon, je pense qu'on a une réaction sur l'histoire, parce que les sorties jeunes, petits garçons, peut-être dans la 6e secondaire.
Mais il croit que nous. Bon, en fait, oui, nous t'es, pour mieux dire, me songer mouvement, ça vraiment, nous t'es assez très jeunes, mais nous t'es parce que nous t'es au cœur de tout mouvement, à Delma, à côté que, nous vraiment, ouais, quelques bagailles, nous t'es vivre quelques bagailles, donc, c'est vraiment c'est un moment dans l'histoire d'Haïti. Bon, naturellement, nous avons questionné les résultats aujourd'hui, 30 ans plus tard, mais et quand même, l'été dans le moment, il était nécessaire et important. Donc, encore une fois, nous toujours vraiment remercier pour apprécier, pour prendre le temps, non seulement au bas histoire dans le passé, et puis plus ou moins. Si on a gagné environ 30 à 40 ans qu'on y a au cas plus ou moins et relaté à ça, Evelyne nous dit, tu parles de lui. Donc, merci encore une fois pour rappel et puis gain en pile sûr que dans auditeurs auditrices qui apprennent peut-être et on va oublier ou du moins pas de connaître du tout.
Exactement, c'est objectif perspective ça. Bon, en fait, rubrique coup d'œil sur l'histoire finie là. Donc, moment arrivé, nous allons passer pour nous capables de prendre invité de guest for tonight. Mais avant de prendre guest là, parce que nous avons un petit temps devant, donc nous avons un pile monde pour nous saluer là, Denis Félix, parce que nous avons un pile monde qui est en bas live là. Moi, Kelly Carbone en bas live là. Qui est sur en bas live là, Denis, pour nous saluer là?
Et moi, madame directeur, Rose Miléon. Nous saluons madame. Rose, nous disons merci, le fait qu'on branche. Donc, c'est pas, apparemment, c'est pas Fight for the Family seulement regarder, nous apprécions ça. Donc, on prend le temps là pour suivre perspective, nous apprécions ça. Donc, bon, comme Marie, il connaît, comprend. Justement, donc, il apprécie bon bagage. Nous te merci, Mac and Dave, amis, nous, comment et donc nous saluons, nous avons Nelly et Cardinal, et donc ça sont nos branchés sûrement. Et justement, c'est chaque dimanche soir. et au salut Kelly déjà donc
Géraldine Ogato qui là qui dit nous big up
qui branché voilà
Élisée Delma mon bagage nego cap
oh monsieur naturalisé
oui monsieur qui a acheté terre
oh vraiment sérieux est-ce que c'est Chouadnek là moi non Chouadnek sont super branchés tout donc merci tout le monde qui prend temps pour brancher et passe son petit temps avec nous avons Anne-Marie tout et qui est là avec nous et merci donc
un big garçon en République Dominicaine.
Ah OK donc non pas c'est pas Floride seulement ni Haïti. OK.
Et nous dit partager live là s'il vous plaît partager.
Exactement.
Télécharger radio application Radio Télé Impact et puis brancher parce qu'il y a une pile belle émission et aller sur Roku garder et puis nous là on travaille pour eux. Et c'est ça et puis nous disons nous aimons nous connaissons nous donc c'est ça. Donc, nous allons. Est-ce qu'on a un petit pause maintenant? Il y a un petit pause. Donc, nous. Maintenant, avant de passer dans l'invité, avant de proposer, là, on met la musique sur un petit volume pour nous quitter une petite musique love pour le public là. Et puis, nous allons inviter à tout à l'heure. Nous allons parler en pile causer sur leadership, même si c'est en anglais, ouais? Et voilà, je dis Atlanta, du branché. Zamim, vous saluez. Donc, notre musique love nous toujours là et puis on a fait mise en place pour recevoir un invité.
Musique haïtienne, à plat ensemble avec un pilote artiste pour honorer grand jour indépendance. 1er janvier 2020, marcher avec famille aux amis pour nous capables de célébrer ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on January 1st, 2020, the Haitian American Association of Brevard presents to you the Haitian Independence Day Celebration Gala with special guest, Haitian artist, singer, songwriter, and dancer, Emily Michelle.
Yes, nous soirée chargée d'activités que vous pas de rater. En pile boisson, en pile manger, en pile plaisir. 1er janvier 2020, Nathan Noir 6 ans à souhait. Ou avez un ticket seulement pour $75 grand monde et puis $40 pour tout le monde 12 ans ou bien plus petit.
Yes, Hab is doing it big once again this year, January 1st, 2020, as we invite all of Brevard and all of Central Florida to come out and celebrate the Haitian independence together at the Crown Plaza in Melbourne, Florida, located at 2605 North Highway A1A, Melbourne, Florida, 32903. Admission is $75 for adults and $40 for children. You can purchase your tickets right now at eventbrite.com or visit habinc.org. For more information on this event, you can contact 321-205-3942 or 321-652-3866. Come on out, invite your friends, family. Once again, you can't miss out. January 1st, 2020, Melbourne Crown Plaza. Cocktail hour begins at 6 p.m. So be there on time so you don't miss out. Together, let's reclaim our land.
Emily Michel, la diva de la musique haïtienne, appela ensemble avec un pilote artiste pour honorer grand jour indépendance. 1er janvier 2020, marcher avec famille aux amis pour nous capables de célébrer ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on January 1st, 2020, the Haitian American Association of Brevard presents to you the Haitian Independence Day Celebration Gala with special guest, Haitian artist, singer, songwriter, and dancer, Emily Michelle.
Yes, nous soirée chargée d'activités que vous pas de rater. En pile boisson, en pile manger, en pile plaisir. 1er janvier 2020, Nathan Noir 6 ans à souhait. Ou avez un ticket seulement pour $75 grand monde et puis $40 pour tout le monde 12 ans ou bien plus petit.
Yes, Hab is doing it big once again this year, January 1st, 2020, as we invite all of Brevard and all of Central Florida to come out and celebrate the Haitian independence together at the Crown Plaza in Melbourne, Florida, located at 2605 North Highway A1A, Melbourne, Florida, 32903. Admission is $75 for adults and $40 for children.
Mes amis, nous retournons là, qu'on a la petite musique love là fini, donc moment arrivé pour nous capable recevoir, donner en forme, micro bon, tout bien en forme, pour nous capable recevoir, inviter nous pour asseoir. Comme Carole là, nous avons invité à déjà avec dans le studio. Et je dis à nous allons faire parler sur leadership avec invité. Et malheureusement, pas dire malheureusement, donc c'est pour une interview qu'a fait en anglais. On a fait une traduction pour l'autre fanat, pour l'autre amis qui sont un peu partout à travers le monde. Et puis là, et donc, je pense que nous, comme d'habitude, nous toujours fait effort pour nous capables de porter un invité de marque. Et je dis là, nous avons avec nous invité dans le studio, donc nous allons très rapidement et avancer. Hey, Mr. Terry, we are very happy to get you in the studio tonight with us. So it's a pleasure for us to get you tonight. And then there is no words to thank you for being there because we know that you live so far and you come to us in the studio tonight. So once again, thank you for being there. Mr. Terry, can you please introduce yourself to the audience, please?
All right, my name is Terry Spain. But I want to thank you all for inviting me. This is an excellent studio. And I'm having an amazing time, and this is a great studio. So, my name is Terry Spain.
Well, Terry, I'll take the honor to introduce myself, Donnie Felix, my co-host. I know he was very excited about having you in studio because he reached out to me sometime this week. He said, "Hey, you know, I've met this great, awesome guy, and I think he has a lot to offer." His skills and knowledge, and I was very impressed with them. So how can we get him in studio? I'm like, well, you know me. I'm, whatever you want. Once you recognize greatness, I'm with it. So
I paid him to say all those good things.
So of course, as he said, I'll just echo it. We are very excited. It's. I think it's important. I mean, you're in the north end of the county. We're in the south end. I think. Right. What's important is joining our resources together, whatever we can share, and to enrich our community. I'm all about that. So, not one person have all the knowledge, but together we have all the knowledge, right? Because we bring our resources together. If you would please let us know why are you here and what's brought us the honor of having you.
Well, I was teaching. I had a class that I was teaching that Velino was in, and instantly we connected. He's a real good guy, and we just started talking. And he said he had a radio show, and I told him, I said, okay, great. He said I would like to invite you on a radio show one day, and I didn't know it was going to be this soon, but hey, I'm happy for the opportunity. It's been amazing, especially being in here with you all. Are very professional people, so I definitely are appreciative of that as well. So.
Thank you so much. And then our first question tonight, we would like to know who you are, where you come from, and what is your background, Terry.
Okay. So once again, my name is Terry Spain. I'm originally from South Carolina. There's a town in South Carolina called Conway, South Carolina, next to Myrtle Beach. So a lot of people are familiar with Myrtle Beach, but I'm originally from Conway. But I'm a military brat also, like I was telling Velino. So I actually grew up in Italy. I grew up in Naples, Italy. Okay. And I actually went to high school in Italy, in Myrtle Beach, and in Beaufort, South Carolina. My dad was in the Marine Corps, so he retired at Parris Island. And so that brought us to Beaufort, a very nice city there as well.
That's awesome. How's your Italian?
Bellissimo. Okay. Very beautiful. I speak Italian. I try to speak it as much as I can. I still have a lot of friends that are Italian, and we still converse.
Got it. Well, that's very impressive, man. Oh, yeah. Just a brother and speaking Italian. People ever surprised? Just your boss starts speaking Italian, like what?
A lot of people look at me like, how did that happen? I have to give them the whole spiel about how I learned how to speak Italian and everything.
That's pretty awesome, man. You probably should say just self-taught. Yeah. Well, have you ever reached out to Kobe Bryant? I believe he speaks Italian as well.
Yeah, he does. What's so funny though, we grew up not too far from each other as kids.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So in Italy, so that's kind of crazy, yeah.
That's awesome.
So, as you been grow up in Italy, do you like soccer?
I like soccer, and believe it or not, but I'm a basketball guy. Basketball has always been my first love. Basketball and football, but I do like soccer as well. So,
yeah. I still believe I'm a big fan of basketball myself, but I believe soccer is one of the greatest, man. Sports ever. The reason one can argue the differ, but if you think about it, the ability, the amount of ability you have, control with your hands, right?
Right.
But to do the same with your feet, it takes a lot of. It's all up here. It's not so much your leg and your ability, but it's really up here because your ability with your controlling your hands, it's totally different. You
I
know,
agree.
to be good at soccer, it really takes a whole
It
lot
definitely-
of
it definitely, yeah.
coordination. The level of coordination, it got to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't
So-
know if you were a big fan of soccer like that. I didn't know
Well,
that.
you know, you grew up in the island. You know, I was never that great. You know, like these guys. These guys are pro. You got to see these guys.
Oh,
Man.
is
They're
he-
like just
oh, really?
awesome.
He's that
Just in
good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
in terms of break down the sports, you know, and this understanding the all aspect of it. But man, it's you know, that's what we do. We grew up. I mean, in the island, you just that's what we did. That was
Yeah,
the
man.
sport, you know. So you had no choice but to play, you know. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Terry, tonight we're gonna speak a little bit about leadership because we
Yes.
know you got some background in leadership. So my first question for you will be how you can define that concept, leadership.
Okay, that question, that's actually a good question because a lot of people want to be leaders, but they don't want to do all the characteristics and all the stuff that's necessary to be leaders. And so I just look at the root word, lead. And so one of the things that I like to do is decipher some of the words. So with lead, my root word for that is let everything around develop. So as a leader, you're developing people and you're developing folks and you're developing things. And so with leadership, if you're developing people, then that's my definition of being a leader in leadership.
That's
So, yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's a good. No, that's a good. Very simple. Very to the point.
Oh, very to the point, yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's really you know. So some people can go crazy with that one question,
yes.
but I like the way you just break it down.
Yes.
I'll just follow up with that. I'd say, you know, it's been said that leaders typically inspires, managers manage.
Exactly.
To you, what is the core difference?
Between leadership.
Besides just what I said, generally speaking,
Right.
you know, you think of leaders just inspires, but managers manage. What is the definition, the differences, I should say,
Well,
between the two?
And sometimes, believe it or not, they actually go hand in hand. But one of the big differences is when you're a manager and you're managing, that's all you're set out to do is just to manage. You're just out there doing that. But a leader does both.
Gotcha.
And for me, I was very fortunate enough to have some great leaders and have some great managers. And it all started for me with family and looking at how my dad was a great leader and still is to this day. And that gave me the characteristics about leadership. So, I mean, they do go hand in hand, but not everyone who are managers are great
certainly
leaders.
do.
And oftentimes we put people because their title is big, they automatically think that they're leaders, and that's definitely not the case. So, when you're talking about leadership, you'll definitely be able to understand and know the difference between a leader and a manager. Yes.
Very good. Very good. So you mentioned parents, which is very great for me. And then, so do you think that the parents should train their kids at a very early age in order to become a leader when they grow up?
I think that's a good question because I think that is very important. Like I mentioned to you all before, my dad was in the Marine Corps, so growing up in the house it was kind of strict. So, but and he's a pastor also. So
I can see. Oh, Lord.
so I had a double whammy, but it was good though. The leadership though, I mean, I think it's very important for kids to know at a young age how to become a leader. Because if they don't, then they're definitely not going to survive as they become an adult. One of the unique things that I do along with some other great brothers is I go to the Brevard County Juvenile Detention Center every Thursday.
Okay.
And a lot of those kids, managers or leaders fail them because they're not actively in their lives.
Okay.
They're still at a young age. They're 14, 13, 12 years old. So it's my job and other people who are in there. I do this strictly voluntary, and that's one of the leadership characteristics that I do, along with some other the great brothers that I usually bring in to come in. They show and they help develop these kids at a young age to be a leader because they didn't get that obviously when they're inside the juvenile detention center there. So.
That is true. I mean, it goes back to the Bible, man. I mean, you train the kid the way of the Lord, and You know, as they grow up, they'll become useful, you know, citizen of our community.
Yes.
It's extremely, you know, extremely important, and you know, I can relate. You mentioned, you know, growing up in a strict household.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As you probably know, if you ask, you know, Councilman Kador, he'll tell you.
Oh, Mike,
you know,
yeah.
growing up in a Caribbean household, we know what it is to be,
Yeah.
you know, to have strict parents, because there's a certain standard you got
Yeah.
to have.
And look how you two turned out.
Exactly,
It works. Yeah.
without a doubt. Michael would agree with that as well. You know, he referenced that quite a bit. You know, a different time he gets an opportunity to speak. So you think, you know, you think the value of investing to the kids early, it's critical.
And it's necessary, because I'm telling you, if we don't value, if we don't put this into place now, we're going to lose them very quickly. And it disappoints me sometimes when I see that, and just the little things, tying a tie, that's showing them how to be a leader. I never forget, I had a kid when I was in the juvenile detention center teaching a life skills class that I teach, and one of the things that I was doing is showing the young men how to tie ties, because none of them knew how to tie a tie. And one thing stuck out to me, and one of the kids said, "Because I now know how to tie a tie, I feel like I can conquer the world."
Wow.
So when he said that to me, that I almost went into tears. I tried to suck it up, you know, hold back.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow. But he said, "You don't know how good that felt, because I didn't have an idea of how to tie a tie."
So chances are the absence of the male figure in the house.
I agree.
That's
I
unfortunately.
agree.
That's
And
what
he
we're up
mentioned that to
against.
me.
Yeah.
He said he didn't have a father figure. He didn't have anybody in his life,
Amazing.
a male presence,
Yeah.
that can guide him in the right direction. And when I came in there, along with some of the other guys who usually come in with me, that stuck with me. And that when he told me that I feel like I can conquer the world, that motivated me
For
as
sure.
a leader
Yeah,
to keep going,
keep
even
going.
when I don't want to go every Thursday at 5:30. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, you know, getting ready for football, Thursday night football sometimes. But I say, you know what? I drag myself, and I have a couple other brothers, like I mentioned some other brothers that usually come out to help.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that is extremely important. And you know, oftentimes, you know, if we sometimes we looked at the numbers, right?
Right.
But you know, the value of one, you know, the ability to impact one. I mean, you know, you can conquer the world, as he said.
Exactly.
You impact that one young man, and he can go out and you know, share that,
Right.
and impact others. I think it's very important. Terry, one question. I know we're talking about leadership. You're talking about your experience with all young men and up in the north end of the county. Why do you? Oftentimes we hear that expression as far as our school being a pipeline for the prison. You know how our community,
Right.
when I say that the minority, the black community is being impacted. You've seen the juvenile. I mean, you know better than me. You guys, that's your area of expertise. Tell us about that. What is being in place? What is this county doing? What are some of the things you're involved in, and that, you know, things that are in place right now to counteract that you know, it's really it's a big deal. You know how kids are ending up in juvenile and eventually in prison.
So, I'm fairly new. I only been here about 2.5, 3 years.
Okay.
But every place that I go to, I try to make an impact with our youth. And so when I met Pastor Keith Hughes, I met him in the line, standing in the grocery store line. And me and him had a good conversation, and that's how I was able to jump on board the Juvenile Detention Center. But one of the things that we trying to incorporate is even after they get out of the Juvenile Detention Center, oftentimes they go back into the same area that they go in to get in more trouble. So he's trying to create some different things to show them how to have trades.
Absolutely.
You know,
I think
because
that's important.
it's very important, because it's not taught oftentimes in the school system. Carpentry, plumber, all these things that you can work for by yourself, or some of the things you can own your own company. The ownership is key. So one of the things that I was able to participate in, and it maybe sounds small, but I see the impact. I was able to do one session of this project called Tie Together.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
And I was able to go to a school, and I met a young man who played on the football team there. And I'm not going to mention his name,
Of course.
Yeah.
but one of the unique things that we try to do is correct things on the spot when we see it, and instead of turning the blind eye. I'm one of those get in your face type of guys, like my dad used to be, and some of the other leaders that were in my community. And this young man didn't have a belt, and so I took the belt off of my pants and gave it to him, and I said, now you have no excuse that you have to keep pulling your pants up. I think that's one of the things that you're going to have to do, and we as leaders are going to have to do, is recognize the problem from the beginning
Okay.
and hit it from right there instead of turning a blind eye. So those are some of the things that I usually do, and I have a group of brothers that we usually try to impact as much as we can, working with the NAACP. I'm very active in the Central Brevard NAACP as the Veterans Chairman, and there's different things that we're doing to try to help, and not only just the Central Brevard, it's all of NAACP Brevard. We're going to do things, and then we're looking at different things to help our community and grow and prosper and have ownership.
Okay.
That's the big thing, ownership.
Very good. So if you are joining us right now, we have as a guest tonight in Perspective, Mr. Spain Terry. He's a veteran from U.S. Navy, and right now he's working in the community, and then as a leader. So my question for you right now, Terry, as a black people, I know you face some challenges. So how and where did you find resources to overcome those challenges that you face as a black people?
It goes back to working with other races. Oftentimes what happened is we feel comfortable with just within our own race, and the unique thing about it is a lot of us have the same commonalities. We're all together for one common goal, but we don't try to work together. So working with other races is one thing, but I've also teamed up with other friends and other people from not only just from the state of Florida. You got South Carolina, North Carolina, D.C., all these different areas that you just reach out, and I would reach out to other communities and kind of piggyback or mimic some of the stuff that they do and incorporate it with others and help everyone grow. If we're able to do that, I think that with us as an African American, and this is me speaking for self, us as an African American culture can thrive. There's no reason why we shouldn't be thriving right now as a race.
Agreed. We come a long way. We're certainly not there yet, right? I think one of the things that, Terry, you don't know much of me. It's been over 10 years. I invest quite a bit in the community, more so in the South Brevard. It's really, I think we have a unique opportunity here, especially in the south end of the county, because of the diversity.
Right.
Oftentimes, Terry, and that hopefully, if the NAACP is listening, that is a message to the leadership, and it's nothing that I wouldn't say to Mr. Minus. Him and I had conversations. Many of the leadership of the South Brevard NAACP particularly. I've attended the last, I said 6 years, the last, annual fundraising they do, the annual banquet.
Right.
I've attended all of them, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think that's an area, and it's not so much of a criticism, it's more of a constructive criticism. I believe, when it comes to African American and Caribbean per se, I'm looking at us all as one.
Right.
Okay. We are part of the human race. So I'm saying that it's all that to say this. I think there's an opportunity right here in Brevard for us to join forces. We're talking about resources. You putting all the resources together. It's for us to work together as one community to really change Brevard. I think we can do it. Would you agree?
100%.
But oftentimes it's not happening.
Right.
As president, it's not happening. I think this is an opportunity. That's a very sign of you being here.
Right.
we would say this is more of a Caribbean platform, but it's not.
Right.
Ones may looked at it because 90% of the shows are in Creole.
Right.
Or different languages.
And I was concerned because I was saying, I hope they don't want me to speak Creole because they were looking at me like, oh, hey, get him out of here.
No, we believe this is first. So you want, first of the many visits.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because this platform, honestly, it's a platform where there's no barrier. We don't believe in building walls.
Right.
We don't build walls. We tear up walls, right? Walls of cultures and languages, and we're not limited by none of these things because we evolving.
Yes.
Okay. We evolving. We believe we should be continued in that path. So that this message, I think the opportunity, it's an open forum. We should get Mr. Minus here. How do we move forward? We have a striving Caribbean community. We want to make moves. We're moving forward. In fact, we're doing a lot of great things out here. Let's work together. How can we move forward? One thing that changed my mind. I pause and think. I did my DNA. I sent my DNA sample.
I did the same thing.
Man, it was really an important moment for me.
Where are you from?
And
Where are you from?
Of course, we all
South
are from
Africa?
West Africa. The majority of us,
here,
right?
yeah.
The majority of us
Congo.
from West the Congos and the Cameroon and Benin and the West Africa. Yeah. But what struck me too, what was the surprise for me, was the fact 10% was Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
you in
like,
for a rude awakening.
brother, I mean, Scotland, 9% of the thing was from Scotland and Ireland.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a pretty big chunk.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
You looked at my skin color, you were like, okay, that's weird. But I said all that to say this again. I mean, we're a lot closer than we think we are, right?
Exactly.
It's just our differences kind of we create that division. We're talking about building walls and all this crazy stuff.
Yes.
But in fact, we are a lot closer than we are. We're all part of one race. It's the human race.
Exactly.
So but and Terry, this is really that just to tell you, I'm excited you're here. I think we have an opportunity. And this message, I tend to send it to the NAACP South Brevard.
We got 3 chapters.
We have an opportunity to work together.
Yes.
Let's join our resources and forces to really change this community. We can make a bigger impact, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
But the thing is, Terry has to keep that in mind. Our next show will be in Creole.
Oh, okay. Well,
or Italian. or Italian.
So, with that being said, I have another question for you. How do you think someone can overcome the language barrier, cultural barrier, and stay as a leader even he's living in a different country? Is it possible?
So just so I hear you correctly, you said that so just living from a different country, how can you overcome the language barrier?
Exactly, and to stay as a leader.
Okay. Well, it's kind of unique because, like I said, me living in Italy, at one time I didn't speak Italian as a kid, but even as I got older, I joined the Navy. I was able to speak. I wasn't able to speak 100% fluent Italian, but when I went to Italy, I was still able to work with leaders, Italian leaders in the community. So, if leadership is what you're trying to strive for, everything will work out. So I mean, you don't make the excuse, well, I don't understand this person, so I'm just going to sit back and not do anything because I don't understand this person. Yeah. One of the unique things is we have leaders that are from this country or from other countries that are now in the United States, and they have made a huge impact on the United States.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Now, without a doubt, as it always said, leadership is born. You don't learn to become leader, right? So if it's in you, I mean, if you think about language is just nothing but a tool, right?
Exactly.
There's a tool to communicate. Thank God, 2019 with all the technology we have, so it's really not an issue, right?
Yeah.
If you looked at the United Nations, right?
Yeah.
Over 100 plus nation gets together and everybody just, articulate what they wanted to articulate. So it's really not an issue to me. Could it, the effectiveness, how you deliver your message, it could maybe have a little, the impact.
Right.
But in fact, the core, what you want to articulate, it will come out.
Exactly.
It will come out. It's just on your decision and what you do and how you do things. And I think that's what's going to speak volume.
It seems like we have some questions.
We have questions on the
birth,
for
so-
some reason. Yeah, I think it was
Nice.
our audience
I
is
like
probably
I
going.
like
Yeah.
questions.
You like
Yeah.
questions?
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
I love the talk. Y'all might keep me on here for a while now.
Yeah.
So before we pick one of them, I have another question because
Okay.
I know you had a business, a leadership business,
Yes.
and the Brevard. So can
Yeah.
you tell us something about your business? What kind of business you have and
Okay.
about leadership?
So it's Terry Spain Consulting. I took the chance and I betted on myself.
Okay.
And so I started a consulting business where I go around and I do a lot of speaking, whether it be motivational or just leadership or organizational development. And I go to different companies or I go to different conferences and I speak about leadership. I speak about diversity and inclusion.
Okay.
But that was one of the unique things the training that I was able to get while being in the military. And I took those training. And then I did my own research. I did my own training. I went to 10 different conferences. I surrounded myself with other leaders, and I developed my own PowerPoints. I developed my own curriculum, and so I take that show on the road, and I do a lot of speaking. So, Terry Spain Consulting, and that's me.
That's you.
And one of the unique things, since we're talking about leadership, and you all are going to be the first to hear this, I'm actually writing a book, and the name of the book is called Just Lead. And so it's about 70% done. So I'm making the announcement here on this show.
All right.
And with that, so I'm looking forward to be out in a couple months, and I'm excited about it. But it's just pretty much going to talk about ways that I became a leader and how leaders that I was under helped me out, and I give tips and you know in different scenarios, different stories, different things that has happened or made me become a better leader. So I'm excited about that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Leon Leaf. Is that
Oh yeah.
sorry?
And speaking of leaders, that's one of the leaders that I served with in the Navy.
All right,
Powerful guy.
Leon, feel like you are cleaner than the Board of Health itself. I like that.
That's Pastor Leon Lee.
Pastor Leon, I'm gonna take that and use it, man. I'm taking notes. I like that. I like that. That's really cool. I appreciate it. It looks like Councilman Ferguson is on
Pastor Ferguson, most
as
definitely.
well. All right,
Great
thank you
guy.
so much for what you guys doing up there in Rockledge. Hopefully, some of the success you guys have up there, we can have it here down here in Palm
That's
Bay.
that leadership that we're talking about.
We're looking for. We're gonna model
Yeah.
y'all what y'all doing up there.
Yeah.
So congratulations, sir.
Iron
Thank you so
sharpens
much.
iron.
Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. Let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. That's pretty awesome. We have one. Somebody asked that. How do you, empower a kid that you've seen as an adult with your experience, with your adult experience, you've seen some sign of leadership in that kid. How can you help or support and empowering that kid to really kind of recognize the leadership ability?
I make them do research. That's
Okay.
one of the things that I found that was powerful for me is when I see a kid that I know that has it in them, whether it's male or female, I know they're striving for a lot more leadership ability. So
Yes, sir.
I'll give them a test. And then after that test, I'll make it a teachable moment and explain to them the reason why I had them do that. And I said, so now when you get the answer, I want you to share that with 5 other people, and then you tell those 5 other people to share that too.
There you
You
go.
know, so that's one of the things I do. I like to challenge like the youth, because I was challenged a lot. And it wasn't bad challenge, it was challenge to make me grow. And so once I was able to do that, I was able to help and challenge other kids, and they love it. A lot of these kids, to be honest with you, they like a challenge because they want to show you that, hey, I want you to know that I learned something, and I'm spreading the word.
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
good stuff. That's
Yeah.
good stuff. I tell you, I think it's very important that we recognize the ability of our kids and really be able to fit into them. And we talked about our kids, the future of or replacement because, 20, 30, 40 years from now, most of us won't be around. So,
Speak for self.
Hey,
I plan on living for some few more years.
I
I got to deal with
I
God.
will be there.
but I tell you what, but we laugh, but it's important that just to say the urgency, to really and inject into our kids and pass it on, help them out, help them to grow. So what you talked about the book being one of your future project, Terry. What else should we be expecting?
One of the things that I wanted to do, and when I was living in Washington D.C. before I moved here, that's where I was living in Washington D.C. I'm a part of a Masonic organization, and in that organization, we've done a lot of stuff in the community living in Washington D.C. and in the Shriner community, and so I want to get some brothers together and lead.
Got it.
Like lead by example. We do different things, whether it's helping the elderly, because oftentimes they're forgotten. Help them straighten out their yard, cut their grass, or do whatever they need to do because oftentimes they're on fixed incomes, and bring kids with us. But I'm very excited about the vision that Pastor Hughes has as it relates to helping kids even after they either get out of the juvenile detention center or even if they're just on the streets and they're trying to find something better. I'm excited about the vision. Hopefully he could probably come on one day too so he can talk about his vision because I think that's going to be very important for this community. But like I said, we have 2 city councilmen in Rockledge. I live in Viera.
Okay.
Now, how powerful is that?
Absolutely.
And so you said that we need to bring that down, and exactly, why not? So when you have people in leadership, and you have those people at the table, then you can make some changes. A congresswoman told me one day. She said, and I'm gonna leave her name out, but she said, if you don't have a seat at the table, they'll have you on the menu.
On the menu, that's for sure.
So that stuck with me, and I was like, wow. At first, I was like, what does she
yeah.
mean? But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? She is absolutely correct.
She is.
So we need to get those seats at the table because if we're able to do that, then we can eat whatever we want on the menu.
that
How
is
powerful
true.
would that be if generations embrace that?
For sure, that's speaking on that topic. That's why we are very proud of our young brother Kenny Johnson. That is doing. I don't know if you have a chance to meet Kenny, but
I haven't met him yet.
You probably heard the name.
Yes, I sure have.
Yeah, we were very proud of him, and Kenny's a personal friend, and he's a great leader. Shows even as a young man, much younger, he's been. It's not a matter of seeking for political office, but Kenny put his time in.
Yes.
Way early on. Past, this is not necessarily about Kenny, but we on the topic. We are very proud of what he's done, and as you said, Will, it's coming together. It's not about color. That has nothing to do with color. It's really bring out the potential.
Yes.
A young man and women. To really to public service, to come out and serve and giving back, that is very, very important. We tend to to have a lot of takers. It's time really to teach, to do the reverse, to give back. Terry, one other question we talked about a lot of social services, giving back and so on. We talked about vocational teach our young men. How about entrepreneurial skills? So when we see how do we or what we should we be doing to lead our young men and women into that path? Because we have a lot of young men with skills and ability and business ability, entrepreneurial ability. How can we help them on that path?
Very simple. I think one of the things that we can do, and that's a good question. One of the things that we can do is we have a lot of entrepreneurs here in the county.
Okay.
How powerful would it be if we was to adopt some of those kids, not in the literal form as far as taking them on as being their parent, but just showing them, molding them, and how to own a business, teaching leadership classes, teaching ownership classes, because that's what's going to be needed for us. I think other races do excellent job in holding things within the family, in particular with the Asian community and the Jewish community. They from what I've seen, they really incorporate their kids and show them and give them mechanisms and ways on how to be successful as an entrepreneur. I think that's one of the things that we can do. It's not about if you do well as an entrepreneur, it's not about, hey, I made it and I'm going to sit back and relax and live off my profits. That's selfish.
Absolutely.
So I think for me, and for what anytime I have something that I know that can benefit someone, it doesn't matter what race, but in particular with kids, I'm going to show you how to do it. But then I'm going to not just give you all the answers either. I'm going to have you do some research. I'm going to have you, because you're going to appreciate it. That's just like me. If I gave you a car, you're going to drive that car and, just run it down. But if you're working for that car, you're going to make sure the oil is changed. You're going to make sure windshield wiper. You're going to make sure that, everything that needs to be done, all the maintenance is checked.
Having skin in the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody did mention Kenny. Kenny is not just, he doesn't talk the talk, he walked the walk as well, and that's what's so impressive. So if, this listener actually feel like Kenny's changing the image of public service in Palm Bay.
Oh, that's
and
great.
I can tell you, there is, Kenny has a great community surrounding him. Kenny would tell you, I didn't do this by myself. I got the support. It's just very important to buy in, have the buy-in of the community as well. And I think it's important. I want to say that you'll see a lot more Kenny.
I can't wait to meet him.
You'll see a lot more Kenny pretty soon.
Person, so yeah.
There's a lot more Kenny pretty soon.
Behind that word, So right now,
but I think it's important. Like I said again, this is not just about one individual. It's about really an effort, a collective effort for a better community.
Yes.
Again, we don't believe in partisanship. We believe in combine our effort to serve the community at large. Not about one race. It's about the human race, the citizen of this great city of Palm Bay. We want to serve. Go ahead.
I was about to say we're gonna give the phone number if someone would like to call and ask a question directly to Terry. We'll be more than happy to receive those questions. So our phone number is 321-237-3256. 321-237-3256. If one of you guys have any questions, so Terry is available now. He will be more than happy to answer your question about leadership, about how you can serve our community.
Yes, certainly. As if you've been listening the last few minutes, this is Perspective. This the show that comes on every Sunday night from 6 to 10. Really, we're all about bringing educational information to really enrich our community. Please, if you have any question, Terry will hang out with us in studio for a few minutes. And his number is on the screen. If you're watching, write it down. This gentleman have a lot of knowledge, understand our community in regards of anything. If you want to book them to come and speak in your church, I know there's a lot of pastors and listening with your youth group. Please, or your business rather, right, Terry?
I agree.
Yeah, your business. He's definitely a great resource to our community.
Have passport, we'll travel.
Yeah, there you go.
I love to travel. I'll go anywhere. Anybody will tell you that.
There you go. Yeah, so please let us hear you if you're listening. I know we have quite a few people online right now on the live. Reach out or send a message, send a question.
If you are shy, you can just post your question.
Post your question. We'll certainly ask it. And
please share the live for some.
Absolutely.
Chance to hear from.
But so Terry, you have a family here. You said you've been here 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your family, kids.
Yeah. So I have a wife. She works out at Cape Canaveral.
Okay.
And we have one child, and she's in college. She actually goes to Bethune.
College already, man.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman University.
What you started at? You had her 10.
20. 21. Yeah. I mean, I know I look like I'm 18. I get it all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're not gonna go there. No, but
yeah.
but yeah.
Same thing said about me, man. I got 2 in college. So,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah.
And what about me? I got 0 in college.
In other words, he's trying to say, ladies, he's trying
Yeah,
to
he's
say he's
saying
single.
he's
Yeah,
available.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
So
But
we-
good stuff.
we have about 5 minutes left. So because we cannot keep our guests for all night.
Yeah,
long,
we want
we
one
have to
more
put a
call.
game.
we need one caller, one question, or post a question online. But we'll ask Terry anything you want to add, and while we
Yeah,
may be waiting for.
I got a question for him.
Okay.
Terry,
Okay. Yeah.
have you been to Haiti before?
I've been to Labadee, Haiti.
Oh,
I have. You know what? But but the thing about it, in fairness though, I mean, I know Labadee is a part of Haiti, but I was there on a cruise ship.
Tourists, yeah.
Okay.
I want to go to Haiti.
See the real.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
so being in the military, we got a chance to travel a lot, but Haiti was one of the countries I've never really traveled to. But I'm really excited. I had a chance to go to Africa, and that changed me a lot. I spent about 9-10 months in West Africa, from Lagos, Nigeria, to Congo, to Sierra Leone, Sao Tome and Principe.
Okay.
All those areas. I was there for about 9-10 months roughly, and
Was it with the military?
it was with the military.
Okay,
And but the thing about it is, being able to interact with the culture made me a better leader.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just.
Oh yeah.
No, I tell you, I do a lot of mission trips. Been to Haiti several times. Actually, that particular region near Labadee. But last year, this year, I was in Thailand.
Okay. Yeah.
But
It's a nice place.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely, as you said, travel the world, go, check out different culture, really give you a different perspective,
Yeah.
The world does not encompass just the Americas,
Yes. Yes. You have to get out.
Exactly.
And I put that in my book.
Yeah.
Leaders do travel.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
without a doubt. I mean, they often say, a picture worth 1,000 words, man. You're being in a culture.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, man. Millions words, if we want to put it that way.
Like we got a question.
We do have a question.
Seems
Okay,
like we
okay.
have
Yeah.
2 or 3 questions.
Really? Okay. Yeah, Terry and I can talk forever. I like this guy. Somebody want to know, what is the purpose of our show? I mean, is it particularly this particular has to do with Terry or the guest,
I
or
think it's overhaul.
okay? So if you want to give it a shot, or I'll explain.
Okay.
So our show perspective has a structure. So we have a structure where we talked about the beginning of the show. We usually talk about the language, the proverb. We talk about a proverb. We second part, we usually have some counsel. We counsel about different, more so. My expertise is banking. We usually talk about some sort of subject regarding whether it's credit or something in regards to that, about 5-10 minutes. And we also talked about history, the past history, present. And also we, at the very end, as you can see, we have a guest, or we could be, the topic varies. Things that you can learn from, we learn from, and our guests usually bring it. The topics varies. So this is pretty much the structure of the show. Every Sunday night from 8 to 10. I hope I answered a question.
You forget the sport part.
Yeah, we also have a sports component as well. So international sports, or local and local sports as well. So this is pretty much the structure of the show on a regular basis, and we all usually leave the last 10-15 minutes to interact with the public or with our audience. I hope I answered that question.
We have a huge question for Terry right now.
Yeah, what's the last one? The last one, is it the from Sonia for Terry? MEMS Elementary School needs help with mentoring with the 6th graders, and how Got on my glasses. How can we get you to be a part of that with the Moore Cultural Center? What would you say to the youth for encouragement?
Okay. So the first part is that they need. I'm down. One of the things that I didn't mention is I'm retired from the Navy.
Okay.
So now that I'm retired, I have a lot of time to serve in the community.
Awesome.
So I'm definitely. I think that you said Sonia.
Sonia, yes.
So, yeah.
She knows you.
Miss Mallett, Sonia Mallett. I
That's
guarantee
right,
you
that's correct.
When you
That's
said
correct.
Moore Center, I know exactly who that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely available, and obviously she know how to reach me. What was the last part of that?
About encouragement. She mentioned, how can we get you to be part of that or with the Moore Cultural Center? What would you say to the youth for encouragement?
Okay. One of the big things that I would say to the youth is don't be afraid to fail. I actually spoke at the Moore Center, and one of the things that I spoke to the youth about was WD-40. A lot of people, WD-40 is a product that we use in our house oftentimes, and WD stands for water displacement. And the reason why WD-40 came to an existence is it took them 40 tries to get it right.
Okay.
So just imagine if they got it right on the 20th try, it would have been WD-20.
So don't give up.
But one of the things I want to add is that with WD-40, just imagine it took them 40 times, 40 tries, and they got it right. So I would say to the youth is sometimes you're going to fail, but how you bounce back is what makes it even better. And now look, that because of those failures, almost every household in America uses WD-40 right now.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because it was trial and error. But they didn't give up. So don't give up. That's one of the things I would tell the youth because I didn't give up. And I could have very easily have given up and not joined the Navy and just did anything I wanted to do. But 21 years later, I was able to do that. And that's one of the things that I shared with the kids about me going in the military. If I could share a quick story.
Sure, go ahead, please.
I never forget the day, July 17th, 1994. I had a ruptured appendix. My stomach exploded.
Wow.
And I lost white blood cells. I had to get 2 blood transfusions. I was a basketball player. I loved basketball. That was my thing. That was my passion. And I spent an entire month in the hospital. I had to learn how to walk all over again. I lost 40 pounds. And my mom used to always encourage me. I used to say, I'm never going to play basketball anymore. I was always crying. My parents, my sisters, all my family and good friends were definitely there by my side. But I wanted to give up initially. And I didn't give up. I joined the Navy. Got a chance to visit 41 countries being in the military. So I tell kids that, hey, it can happen to you. And do not give up because it's easy to give up. That's the easy way out. But when you're able to see something that you put together and see it through, it works out. One of the unique things that I do, and I encourage a lot of kids to do this, is write your goals down. Once you write your goals down and you achieve your goals, check them off. And then you feel so good once you check your goals off, and now you can go on to another goal. So that's one of the things I would say to the youth is don't give up. Use your goals and get a mentor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here you have it. Terry, man, it was really such a pleasure. We enjoyed the time, the last 30 minutes. It was great. Again, we are hoping, I'm hoping for sure that this will not be the last.
Oh, no, y'all stuck with me now. It's over. Oh, yeah, I'm here, most definitely.
We are certainly, I know Vieira's still about a half hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But looks like there's one question that just came through.
Of course. I told you I like to hear the question now.
Of course, go ahead. Yeah.
So she said that, how early can you try to instill leadership skills in children?
Say again?
How early can you
try to
instill leadership in kids?
That's from the beginning. If you're able to talk, you're able to walk, they need that instillment. You have to have that at an early age. But, I mean, and that's what makes them unique. I've seen kids that say, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, at 2 years old.
Yeah.
Once you start that from the beginning, then they get accustomed to that. So I say start it as soon as they can.
As early as possible.
Oh yeah.
Right from the cradle, right?
Yeah, some psychologists say even the baby is on the mom barely, you can
right
start.
from the
You
belly.
can, yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
start.
Doctor,
You can
yeah.
start.
Kind of
That's
train
right.
them in, huh?
Training. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, Terry, as I was saying, man, I really enjoyed, and we're hoping soon, man. We'll bring you back in, and
Oh, yeah.
of course, like I said, you don't need an invitation now. So we just got to bring
Oh, yeah.
some of the guys down. You know, I know Michael Cador. He's just a phone call away. and
Yes, oh, yeah.
We'd love to see
Great guy, yeah.
some of the other gentlemen that are doing great stuff up there, and then
Yeah,
come
Conrado
down again.
Martino's is doing a good job too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I know I had an opportunity to meet Pastor Jarvis over in Cocoa. I don't know if you heard of him, off from 520. Is a pastor, is very
Okay.
involved in the community as well, doing a lot of great stuff. A lot of great men up there doing some good stuff. So again, the platform is open for you, and
Okay.
would love to
appreciate that.
have you. And the next time you come back, we can celebrate some success down here. as
Oh
well.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
we're
sure,
definitely
sure,
going to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And anytime I can be of any help to you all, anytime, and even with you as well.
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
let me know, and I'm there. Like I said, I'm retired now, so
That's
I
good.
got a good opportunity to help out a lot, and I'm excited about it.
Good stuff.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
stuff. All right. Anything else you want to add? That we
No,
come
this
come
is-
down to.
So, like I said before, this is your
Mm-hmm.
studio, so you always welcome here. So you don't need to talk to me to come. You can just knock at the door, and now you always welcome. This is your house.
Sure,
This is your house.
Sure.
Feel free to come back.
We going on a break? Quick break.
So
Yeah. So yeah. So this is the opportunity. Terry's still here. He's probably gonna hang out for a couple more minutes. Please. If you have any question or you want to call, please feel free to reach out. 321-237-3256. 321-237-3256.
and like we said, if you're shy, so just pose your question, and then he will be more than happy to answer your question.
All right. So share our lives, share the live, and be sure to download the app as well. Radio Tele Impact. Radio Tele Impact. Download the app. If you have Roku, you can tune in to Roku as well, to on your television screen.
You can reach out us at YouTube too and Facebook. We're still live, and so
Let's talk. Let's remind our audience about January 1st. January 1st, the big event, the event of the year. As you all know, that we will have Emeline Michel. Emeline Michel, by far the lead, one of the biggest female artists.
the Queen.
Yeah, the queen of Haitian cultural music. She is by far performed in the White House a couple of times during the Obama's era. She is in New York for the first time in Central Florida. She will be in Melbourne for the Haitian 216 years of independence of Haitian independence. She'll be celebrating with us here in Melbourne. So be sure to reserve your seat. We will sold out without a doubt. We're only limited to 280 seats. We'll be sold out for sure. Go to WWHAB Inc., the Haitian American Association of Brevard Inc., HAAB Inc. .org to reserve your ticket tonight. It will be sold out within the next couple of weeks, that's for sure. So Emeline Michel will be here on January 1st, New Year. Be ready. Make sure you dress to impress. This will be the night. Start. I tell you, Kenny Johnson, he probably already reserved his tuxedo. So is the mayor. I mean, these guys dress up that night, and they've been a great support of the city of Palm Bay, one of our lead sponsor of this 8 years. This is our eight years of. It's really the way to start the year, Terry. Terry, we hope you can make it. You and your wife.
No, you will for sure.
Yeah,
You will
yeah,
for sure.
for sure, brother. You want it'll be a treat. It will be a cultural treat from the cuisine, the program itself. It's really a good taste of that experience. I don't know how much you know about Haitian history. 214, 16 years, first black nation, while the trade slave was going on here in the U.S. 30 years later. But this little part of the Caribbean, we were free black men.
Yes.
30, 40 years
definitely
prior.
know about that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
I definitely know about that.
to the extent we became more of a we were dangerous.
Yeah.
So, but needless to say, history is funny because there's a way of repeating itself. It's surely a great event. Terry, you certainly invited. Yes sir, and it'll be nice. It'll be nice, having Evelyn as well. It will. Out, yeah.
Okay, we
back. Are we on? Okay.
We're back.
We apologize to our audience for the sound. I believe we back on now. Sonia will be sure. I'll be sure to share it with you as soon as we get off the air. Sonia's interested in our program. Maybe you can drive down with some of. Sonia, I suppose you're north end of the county as well. She's in Vieira.
I think she's in Titusville.
Titusville,
that's
okay.
The Moore Justice System is.
Titusville is
Moore
welcome.
Justice,
Yeah, I've been to Titusville several times in different events. I was at the Harry T. Moore.
That's and I said the Moore Justice System because that's where I used to work at.
Is that right?
But the Harry T. Moore, that's where Sonia works at.
Yeah, I was very. I think 3 years ago somehow. I was amongst one of the Brevard County finest men with the round table, the woman round table.
Oh, yeah.
I was recognized as one of the men that do good things in the community.
There you have it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was somebody put until today. I don't know who nominated me but sometimes your work speaks for you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about 4 years ago. And like I said, it's very important. And by no means we don't do what we do because we want to be recognized. We do what we do because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
I have a servant heart. I mean, it's a calling for me. With or without a title, I'm gonna serve.
Yes.
So do what we do to better our community, without a doubt. But I'm very familiar with the area. Sonia will be sure to share the flyer with you.
She's a great resource.
Yes,
Sonia's
yes,
excellent.
ma'am.
She's
Sit down,
excellent.
she remember you.
Oh, she is that right?
I'm telling you, man. she's perfect.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
amazing.
She's
Yeah,
perfect.
small world,
Yes,
small
yes.
world. Yeah, I was among William Capote, the great mayor of Palm Bay, and many other great leaders. That was a humble experience for me to be, with Bishop Clark over at Chauffeurville, and that doing that same group. Quite a few men were honored that morning. It was pretty awesome. Awesome. Terry, go ahead, and I think we're going to go ahead and look for the last word.
Take the break, so we're gonna have to say for last word, and then.
All right.
You got the microphone back, man.
Oh, got it back. All right, stand by. No, actually, I definitely, first of all, I just want to thank you all for inviting me, because I know you could have had any other guests on, and I believe that I don't believe in just happen chance. I knew that you and I met for a reason, and this was one of the reasons, along with us building in the community as well. I'm all about legacy, and I'm all about how you lead your legacy and how you impact the world. So if we can have more brothers in the Brevard County area all come together, not just for show, not just for anything, but come together and impact and lead this community. Even though I'm not from here, I'm just a country guy from South Carolina, but I love it, Conway, South Carolina. But if we can have that, brothers get together, brothers united, and it doesn't necessarily mean when I say brothers, they have to be all black. It could be all races. Get together and unite and help out this community. I think this is going to be a great thing. So if anybody's interested, I'm definitely interested, and we can go ahead and sit down and put this thing together.
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Well, sounds good. Again, Terry was here. You heard everything he had to say. Again, Terry will be back for sure. Yeah. And this platform is certainly open. I'd love to hear from Pastor Ferguson and Michael Cordor has been down here before with some different program. Gentlemen, this platform is open for you. Any other leaders up there? Like I said again, I believe it's important that we bring our resources together to serve our community. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll look forward again to be with you next Sunday. Same time, same platform. Lena?
Go Navy, beat Army. That's what I wanted to say. I need to put that out there, just to throw it out there.
If some of my Marines brothers were here, they would definitely, brother Rob Medina, I'm sure he would have something to say, and as well as Randy Foster. Randy Foster's Air Force. He would say usually you get
we won't hold it against
them. They fly over everything. But again, thank you so much, Valino.
No, I have to thank Terry for being there once again. So we appreciate you being there with us. So like I said before,
appreciate that.
So anytime, so you can just come over.
I appreciate that.
With you. Thank you once again for being there, man.
Okay.
All right, well, see you next week.
Diva de la musique haïtienne, à plat ensemble avec un pilote artiste pour honorer grand jour indépendance. 1er janvier 2020, marcher avec famille aux amis pour nous capables de célébrer ensemble.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on January 1st, 2020, the Haitian American Association of Brevard presents to you the Haitian Independence Day Celebration Gala with special guest Haitian artist, singer, songwriter, and dancer, Emily Michelle.
Yes, une soirée chargée d'activités que vous pas de rater. En pile boisson, en pile manger, en pile plaisir. 1er janvier 2020, n'attendons à 6h à soir. Vous avez un ticket seulement pour $75 grand monde et puis $40 pour tout le monde 12 ans ou bien petit.
Yes, Habits doing it big once again this year, January 1st, 2020, as we invite all of Brevard and all of Central Florida to come out and celebrate the Haitian independence together at the Crown Plaza in Melbourne, Florida, located at 2605 North Highway A1A, Melbourne, Florida.